Drew, I met Drew about 5 years ago, and now Drew is the co-founder of NWA3D, and he is here to tell us about 3D printing. 3D printing. Welcome, Drew.
Yeah! Woo! Alright. How's it going, guys? We doing good? Alright. I guess I'm ready to start. What if you guys want to start?
Ready?
Sweet.
Go.
So, a little bit about me. I went to school here and graduated with a degree in communication and international relations, and I was going to be a lawyer. That was kind of my whole plan. And I didn't really have my shit together when it came time to graduate, so I wasn't really prepared. And I fell into an awesome career, which was teaching. So at the time, I was working at this place called the New School, and I was working with their tech department in the after school, and they had an opening. And they had an opening as a computer science teacher, and I took it. And I loved it. And from that, I learned about tons of different technology, and I realized that I really love to try to help other people, especially try to help other people do things that they're not really familiar with. And that's kind of how I fell into 3D printing. So 3D printing, for those of you guys that don't know, it's basically this crazy robotic hot glue gun that forms whatever type of shape you make by like layering plastic together, but it can also layer concrete to make buildings or food, because Hershey Kisses, 3D printed, same type of thing. And I was really into it. And this is actually the first printer that I got right here. The only picture that I Googled off the internet, all the other ones are my own. And I bought this thing. And I kind of had this idea with one of my friends that like maybe we could make a business out of this. And we could kind of make things 3D printed for people and try to help them out like, oh yeah, you want this awesome part of your car, we can do that. Or this awesome design that you like of this sweet Batman mask, we can do that. And this is what it looks like when it prints out. So it just layers that plastic together layer by layer. And as I was working with my printer and like going through all these different things and trying to figure it out, I loved it, but at the same time, it was confusing. And it was really difficult for me to try to figure out what was going on. And my printer, pretty much, as I was going on and on and on with it, looked like this when I printed it out. This is not obviously what it's supposed to look like, this giant like pile of spaghetti. So with this, I was trying to figure out like why is it doing that, and I was like drinking from the fire hose on the internet trying to figure it out, and everything from like, oh, you have to resolder your board to like take it apart and put it back together, and I figured out it was some pretty simple things, but no one was there to show me how to use it. So I kind of had an epiphany, like a teaching moment. And I became a certified teacher like while I was working at the New School, and I thought like maybe this is something that we could do, and maybe this is something that we could do not only to 3D print but help people with this technology, because it's still really new, and like what exactly is this crazy machine? So we decided to kind of start our own business, focus on teaching people how to 3D print. So we could sell 3D printers, but especially teach people how to use them. And it was kind of just an idea that we had. And we started thinking about different things, and I taught an after school class at Nerdy's, and trying to think about different ways that we could help people to 3D print. And through this after school class at Nerdy's, this awesome teacher named Brittany Berry, who works at Helen Tyson Middle School, who I was actually there. I was there this afternoon, delivering her brand new awesome printer. And she saw that we were there, and she sent us a message that was like, hey, saw you're into 3D printing in your local company, and we have this 3D printer that we build, and she is an East teacher. So through East is environmental and spatial technology, and basically what East is they are students that take technology and in creative and innovative ways, they solve problems in their community. So they make things like 3D prosthetics, they do GIS mapping for like the Arkansas Department of Education and all these awesome things. And she put us in contact with them. And we started to do all kinds of events and all kinds of things like that. And now we're partnered with East to supply their 3D printers to all of their new classrooms. And there's about 230 of them. And as this was going on, we realized that this is something that it could maybe help people out with. And this is kind of a need that's there with this type of technology, because a lot of people don't know how to use it. So we did a lot of work with them. This is called their East Conference, which is a big conference that they have. And this is the first time that we did what's called our mobile makerspace, where you can actually create something on a computer and 3D print it in about 45 minutes. And this is something that we do now at a pretty regular basis, because we wanted to try to make it easier and not have people scared of this type of technology. So this is at the Little Rock Mini Maker Fair. We've been to a couple little Mini Maker Fairs and some other events. We're going to be at the Tinker Fest tomorrow. And while we're going and doing all these things, we just kind of want to show people that like 3D printing doesn't have to be terrifying. It's actually something that like if you can go on Facebook and like waste time, you can totally waste time creating things online. So these are some of the people that help us, because as we were making this stuff, we realized that we really need a lot of help. And these are my friends Topher and Paul. And this is a line. This is actually from the Maker Faire that they helped us out with some stuff. And we realized that there's a lot of help and things that we could do with the community with 3D printing. So this is actually Paul's project. We partnered with him to map out the human genome, and we printed about 300 of these pieces of DNA structure, part of our genetic code. And this is actually hanging in the Mid-American Science Museum right now in Hot Springs. So we wanted to do like as many awesome things as we could. So we partnered with another artist named Dylan Dooms to create things and to work with Ghostbusters, Ghost Straps. We also started to work with other nonprofits like the Ozark Literacy Council. Because that's one of the huge things that East does too, is they try to work with nonprofits and other businesses and organizations to do all these awesome things. So we help them promote their Read Across in different ways. We 3D printed these little bookmark holders for all of the Washington County libraries to help them out. And we also did this Pokemon hunt that some of you guys might have seen. We hit Pokemon around Northwest Arkansas at Pokestop and Pokejams. And we partnered with Moxiox to do this, and another place called the Science Studio, because I met with Jeanette, who is amazing, and she helped put us in contact with people that like Modus, and we started to build our 3D printing community, but really try to help spread the word about 3D printing and partner with as many businesses as we could. But at the same time, education has been our main focus. And I have traveled all over Arkansas teaching people about 3D printing. So when they buy a 3D printer from us, we teach them how to use it. It all comes with free training, and they all come with warranty, and all come with our free support to make this technology easier to use. So we right now started, we sold our first printer in like mid-October last year. We've been around almost a year and 4 months. And now we have printers in over 75 classrooms all over Arkansas, Missouri, and Oklahoma. So we're really pumped about that. And most of them are in Arkansas, and there are some amazing things going on with 3D printing right now in the state. And with 3D printing is not something that you guys should be terrified of. So if anybody wants to partner with us or work with us or learn more about it, like contact us, because we would love to meet you and work with you and do more awesome events like this to kind of spread the word about technology and all the amazing things that are going on in Arkansas. That's pretty much where we got.